Welcome back to the C and J podcast. As you can tell, episode's not as long because we have a very special episode for you guys next week. So this week we just do the recap of college football just so we can get some videos out there for you guys. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe and tune in. Next week is going to be a banger. Make sure y'all tune in. Next week's video will be amazing. But for now, enjoy these videos that we post. Appreciate y'all.
Co-host Jay, who do you have making the playoffs this year?
Well, obviously, I have Ohio State making it.
Okay, interesting.
I also have Washington sneaking in.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a certain do you have 1 through 4, or you just have the teams?
Okay. I think Ohio State's going to be number one.
Okay.
I think they're going to be the 1 seed.
So you think they're gonna go undefeated?
Yes.
Okay.
I think they're going to. They're playing Michigan, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
I believe it's in Michigan too.
I'm watching that game, bro. I am watching
course.
that game. But yeah, I think Ohio State's going to win the first seed or the seed, right? Yeah. Or
Yeah, you can call it a seed.
I think Georgia's going to have the number 2 seed. But I firmly believe if Georgia loses the SEC championship game to Alabama,
They do play in Michigan.
oh, they do?
Yeah, that's gonna be tough. But go on.
I have Georgia, Ohio State, or I'll put it in order. Ohio State,
Okay.
Georgia,
Okay.
Oregon, Washington.
Whoa.
Yes. I have Oregon winning a rematch of Oregon Washington.
So I'm assuming you have Washington winning out.
They have the Big Ten championship, don't they? What conference is Oregon in?
Pac-12.
Oh, they're in the Pac-12.
Washington and Oregon are in the same conference.
Washington, Oregon are or aren't?
They are.
Okay, so I have Washington winning out the season,
and
then Oregon and Washington playing in the Big 12 or Pac-12 championship game. Oregon wins, and they find a way to sneak in, but Washington stays in because Florida State will lose too.
So you think Florida State's going to lose twice?
Yes.
Throughout these next
Yes, they're going to lose to Miami.
3 weeks plus
they're going to lose to Miami, and I think they're going to lose the ACC championship game.
Wow.
And they're going to find their way out, bro.
Wow.
And therefore, sliding Oregon and Washington in.
So why doesn't Michigan make it? Because if it was to come up...
Because Ohio State's going to beat Michigan, and I think Penn State is going to beat Michigan.
So why doesn't Penn State get in then?
Because it's Penn State.
Okay, you lost to Ohio State in a good game. You beat Michigan. Then you win out.
It's because it's
Ohio State is undefeated. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got you.
That's your only loss. Washington. Okay, when it comes down to Big Ten versus Pac-12, who do you think the committee is going to pick?
Oh, 100% Penn State.
That's my thing.
But I think
it could happen.
I think it definitely could happen. But I think that the committee is going to realize that Oregon and Washington played twice, 2 good games.
Okay.
Why wouldn't we want to see a third? And then it's 1-1. Why wouldn't we want to see a rematch and see who really is the better team?
Well, if you said Georgia and Ohio State are undefeated, they'd be 3 and 4. So they wouldn't play each other unless they both won.
Yeah. Okay.
But I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Like I don't know. I definitely think that is a possibility. And if I was Georgia, I would not no.
Yeah. So in your case, Georgia would probably be playing Washington.
If I was Georgia, I would not want to be playing Washington.
Me either. But Washington's defense, I don't know if they can handle Georgia.
True.
In a big time game like this.
But I have Oregon at 4, Washington at 3.
But you said Ohio State at the 2?
At 1.
Oh, so Ohio State would be playing Washington.
No, Oregon's at 4, Washington's at 3.
Why would? Because Oregon won the Pac-12
Oh, okay,
title
okay,
game,
yeah.
so
Okay,
they
yeah.
would be 3.
So yeah, then okay, yeah. So it'd be Ohio State versus Washington, and then Georgia versus Oregon.
That would be a fun playoffs.
That would be a
Hopefully,
very
it wouldn't be like just the Pac-12 being unmatched. And
scratch that.
hopefully, it'd be a good playoffs because usually it's not very close until the title game.
Mhm.
Last year was the opposite.
Yeah, every game was close until the title game.
Yeah, but that would be fun. Florida State would poop the bed in your situation. Who else would? So you don't think Texas team, if they won out, you don't think they'd make it in favor of like replacing Washington?
I think if Quinn Ewers comes back, yes, they have a chance. But I don't think the committee would put Malik Murphy in.
I think he is supposed to come back after the TCU game. I think. I could be very wrong.
Okay. But you see what I'm saying though? Like,
Yeah.
I don't think they would put Malik Murphy in the playoff.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Just because like it's not really him that's winning games right now.
Mm-mm.
So it wouldn't be
There'd be a lot of angry
like
Texas fans.
it's a difference between Max Duggan going in there and Malik Murphy going in there because Duggan started basically the whole year.
Yeah, I feel you.
And then Murphy's played 2 games. So I mean, it's. But if Quinn Ewers comes back and they win out, I definitely think Texas has a chance, for sure.
I got another question for you.
Mm-hmm.
In your hypothetical, let's say Bama wins out, they face Georgia in the SEC title game, and Bama wins.
Bama's in.
Do you think they? So in that situation, they replace Washington, or does Georgia get bumped out?
I think they'll replace Washington. It'd be very tough to take Georgia out of the playoff.
Yeah,
just because.
Three-peat.
Yeah.
In the year that they won the first one, 2 years ago, Bama did beat them in the SEC championship game.
Yeah, so they're gonna say,
yeah,
they've done it before. Why can't they do it again? So in that situation, yeah, I would have to say Washington got to go. But I don't see Alabama beating Georgia in the SEC championship game.
I don't see it right now either.
I definitely don't.
But that again, that I'll go back to that year that Bama did beat them and Georgia ended up winning it all. A lot of people, I don't think this is true, but a lot of like college football fans were speculating that Georgia purposefully lost the game for the SEC, so 2 SEC teams would be in the playoffs. Which I don't like. If I'm Georgia, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I'm not losing to my rival on purpose,
but
in a championship game.
I think some of the people were saying that the SEC told them to lose on purpose.
And if we don't, then what? What you gonna do? You gonna kick us out?
Right.
You're not gonna kick Georgia out the SEC.
They're not gonna fine them because that's illegal.
Yeah, that's illegal.
I don't believe it, but it's fun to put that out there.
Yeah, I don't know. I definitely think it's definitely an interesting thing when the playoffs, like when the college football playoff, it's definitely gonna be interesting when there's 12 teams.
That's gonna be fun.
That's gonna be very fun to watch. Because right now, Louisville would be in the college football playoff.
Yeah, well, we don't know because one group of 5 team has to make the 12 team playoff.
Group of 5, what does that mean?
It means it's not part of the 5 big conferences: Pac-12, SEC, ACC.
So one non-Power 5 team has to.
Yes.
Make it.
So I would assume Tulane would make it.
Okay.
So yeah, in my top 4, I have Georgia winning out, staying number 1. Then I have Michigan at my number 2 again.
You have Michigan beating Ohio State?
I do. In Ann Arbor. It's tough. That would be tough. Number 3, I have Florida State. Now, I don't know if they're a playoff team in terms of talent quite yet, I mean, they're a good team. Don't get me wrong, but
Mhm.
I just don't see them in the future losing. I don't see a loss on their schedule. That's like if you win out, you're gonna make it.
Yeah.
So and at my number 4, I have Washington. Of course, I gotta put my hooky pookie Michael Penix
Okay.
Jr. in the
Okay.
playoffs. Against Georgia. That if he somehow pulled that off, would be amazing. But yeah, that's my 4.
Okay. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I definitely think it's gonna be very entertaining college football playoff to
Yeah,
watch.
these next 3 weeks are gonna be very crucial.
Very.
Plus the conference championship games.
Yeah. Yep.
Specifically, I think the Big 12 and the Pac-12 have the most at stake.
And if it's Alabama and Georgia, that's gonna be a huge one too.
Yeah,
Just for
but
Alabama.
I think more lies on the Big 12 championship game and the Pac-12 championship game
Mhm.
to get teams in than the SEC.
For sure.
Because let's say Texas wins out, and let's say Washington, Oregon both went out, and as well as Bama. Like I said, if Bama wins against Georgia, both of those teams are going to be in.
Yeah.
If Florida State wins out, they're going to be in. So that last team is going to come up to the Big 12 championship game and the Pac 12.
So yeah.
That's